Hey guys, welcome back to Hands On channel. I thought today I would share this product with you that I've been really happy with so far, and you guys that have followed the channel for a while, you know that when I come across something I think is a good buy, I like to share it with you guys. Well, I was looking for an off-grid refrigeration solution or a good cooler solution so that while we're doing our time off grid and, putting work in out there, I'd be able to have, food and stuff like that, cold drinks, ice, things like that I might need for my, to make the off-grid experience as comfortable as possible. Well, I was using just an old Coleman type, $20 cheapo cooler that you can get at Walmart or whatever. And we were going through ice like crazy. And it was just not possible. I was having to go buy ice every day almost, and it just wasn't working out. So I saw that, of course, I've looked at the Yetis and some of these other Arctic and other coolers that are in the $300 to $500 range. And I just, probably realistically like $250 to $300 for some of these coolers. And I'm like, man, I just can't see paying $300 for a cooler, so anyways, it led my wife and I to investigate some different options that were like kind of Yeti knockoffs. Well, Walmart sells this brand, and I was surprised to find out, at least the time I bought this one, it was about $100. It was like $98, so, plus tax, a little over $100. But this one here is made by a company called Lifetime. I don't believe it has anything to do with, I don't think it means it has a lifetime warranty or anything like that. But you can see the logo there. It's got a little metal bar right here. So if you wanted to lock your cooler, to keep bears or animals, stuff like that from getting in there, then you could do that. It's got these latches here. I really like these. They're kind of these are rubber and these are plastic. So the thing that might break would be this plastic piece over time. But so far, they've been really good. I'll go ahead and open this up for you. It's got a metal hinge. Of course, again, it's connected to plastic, but this hinge runs all the way through, and the lid feels really well made. It's got some kind of foam insulation inside of it. It's made in the USA. I couldn't believe it. So hopefully they still make them in the USA. I'm sure they do. It's got a rubber seal around here. And speaking of that, while I'm on it, the only issue that I've had is this rubber seal. You can probably see right here. It's come out. So I'm going to take a little dab of some super glue or something and get up behind there and stick that back in. Although it hasn't been an issue, you just watch out for that. Maybe when you're buying it, check that out. Make sure you get a good one that's nice and tight. It's probably just from opening and closing, but the rest of it feels good. Give you a look down inside of there. It's hard to capture that without shadowing it, but as you can see, it all kind of slopes that way, and it's got a drain over here on this side that unscrews. Really like that. It's nice to be able to get that water out of there. And, what we've been doing is like, although I wouldn't want to drink it because, other stuff, cans and things like that, and other stuff that I'm trying to keep cold have been floating around in there. What I'll do sometimes is, use this for washing up or use it for watering the dog if he's out there with me, stuff like that, because it's still safe to drink. It's just that, it might have a little cooler flavor to it. So. But anyways, guys, yeah, we're looking at the Lifetime. I don't know how many quarts or how many gallons this thing is, but it's a pretty good size cooler. Let's see if I've got a tape measure here. You're looking at, as far as the opening itself, it's 29. Sorry about that, no glasses on here. 22 from side to side, front to back. A little over, it's close to 13 inches from front to back. The depth of it is about a foot deep. But yeah, this thing has been incredible. If I have any complaints about it, the only complaint that I have, and it's kind of a trivial complaint, but it has these guys here for picking it up and carrying it. And when it's full, this thing kind of moves around quite a lot. So what I found is that there's some little notches right here. You can just grab it like that, and that keeps it from bouncing around on you. So, if you buy one of these, you might keep that in mind. If you have to walk a long ways to the truck or whatever, you can kind of pick it up like this and carry it like that, and it's not so bouncy. But yeah, for a $100 bill, basically 1/3 of the price of a Yeti, I'm extremely satisfied with this thing. Now it says their claim is 5 days it'll hold ice. Now I don't know if that's true or not. I've never really tested it that way. What we normally do when we go off grid is a few days beforehand, I'll freeze up about 4 2-liters worth of, I'll save some old 2 liters of, like, I drink Dr. Pepper, so I'll save a few 2 liters of Dr. Pepper and fill those up with, about 2/3 of the way full, or even 3/4 of the way full of water, and leave a little air gap in there, and then put them in the freezer, let those freeze up, and I'll put them in the 4 corners of the cooler, and then throw my ice in on top of that. Pretty much every time I've done that, I've left with ice in the 2 liter still. Now it's just a little bit, a small ball by the time I leave, but it does a really great job of keeping your ice for several days without having to worry about it. So one of the keys to that is putting quite a bit of ice in to begin with. So if you're going to get one of these, you may keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, not very often that I get to go into Walmart and spend a $100 bill and come out smiling and feel like I got a great deal. Probably not as good as a Yeti, but good enough for what I need. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're shopping for a cooler for your off-grid or your camping situations, this thing is great for a $100 bill. So appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next time.